As I continue to work with you this month on increasing some of your self-awareness around who you are and how you show up, I want you to start thinking about what your strengths are. Why is that important? Well, first, strengths and talents are different, and we often kind of intermix them. I might be talented at organizing a staff meeting, but strengths are the things that kind of underlie those, that help us to really boost who we are and how we show up. So some of my strengths are that I'm gritty. You'll hear me use that word a lot, but it's that I have this determination and this perseverance to sort of push through some things. One of my other strengths is that I have this curiosity and this love of learning. So I'm always out there digging deep. So even if my talent is that I'm good at running staff meetings, my skills are the things that are going to, my strengths are the things that are going to come in there and help me really make sure that I run a good staff meeting when we're having some difficult times, that I'm able to bring extra learning and growth into those staff meetings. So when you get a real good sense of your strengths, it helps to kind of boost you in the way you show up as a leader. The other thing about why we need to know our strengths is you'll actually start to enjoy your job more when you're leaning into your strengths, and it will help you sort of identify places for you to grow as you move forward around. Here's some things that I'm really good at. How can I, use those and enhance those to sort of further myself, but also further our organization. So how do you identify your strengths? First, look at what's already been identified out there. What have people told you you're good at? What have people acknowledged you for? Where are people asking you for help? Where are you volunteering? Those will often give you some ideas of where your strengths are. Another way is to look at some of the self-assessments that are out there, and I'll put a couple links in below, but the VI Signature Strengths, Martin Seligman, who's sort of the father of positive psychology, has a test that really helps us look at what are the virtues or the strengths that we all have, and what are our top ones. And so it's a real quick assessment that I think is really great insight. The other place to look at strengths is the Strengths Finder by Marcus Buckingham. Another place that really helps you identify who am I and how do I show up in this place. And then, of course, take a moment to ask other people again. Pick 2 or 3 people inside and outside of work and say, what are my strengths? What do you see me do well? Or when I'm doing something well, what are sort of the underlying things that you see that I'm doing there? But if you just simply ask a few people what your strengths are, you'll get some good feedback. So look at what's already been identified, do a couple self-assessments, and then ask a couple new people and see if you can pull out your strengths. Then start to use them, start to grow them and develop them. So first, practice them. Again, I know that one of my strengths is that I'm gritty, that I'm determined. So I use that to my advantage. And when I'm struggling to sort of stay focused or not really wanting to finish a project or something, then I'm determined to make it work. When I fail, when I have, things that don't work, then I use that and say, okay, but I'm a gritty person. I know that I can figure this out, and I know that if I focus, I can come back to it. So practice your strengths. Look for training opportunities. Where can you learn more about this? I love the research and the information around willpower and grit and that stuff. That's because I have that strength within me already. And the more I learn and find out about it, the more it shines through me. And then the third way is to teach it, which is what I do here every day. I'm constantly giving back to you. And when you teach something, you embed it in yourself deeper, and you get a better understanding of it. So practice it, learn more about it, and teach it. That will help you I grow your strengths. And when you start to grow those strengths, you'll actually really start to excel in your leadership, but you'll also start to enjoy what you're doing much, much more.